Good evening. This is All India Radio and I'm Anuja Kumar with the news at 9. The headlines. Prime Minister Narendra Modi says the informal summit between India and China has ushered in a new era of cooperation. Both countries agree to set up a new high-level mechanism to address issues related to trade and services. Home Minister Amit Shah describes terrorism as the biggest violation of human rights. In Jammu and Kashmir, all post-paid mobile phones to start functioning from Monday. Enforcement Directorate attaches assets worth over 4,000 crore rupees of Bhushan Power and Steel Limited in a bank fraud case. And in sports, Debutant Manju Rani advances to the final of World Women's Boxing Championships in Russia. India in commanding position in the first inning of second test match with South Africa in Pune. India and China have reiterated that both the countries play an important role in ensuring stability in the current international landscape. They also reiterated that both sides will prudently manage their differences without allowing differences on any issue to become disputes. In the second informal summit between Prime Minister Narendra Modi and Chinese President Xi Jinping at the ancient port town of Mamallapuram near Chennai that concluded today, the two leaders had an in-depth exchange of views in a friendly atmosphere on a variety of subjects. On the concluding day of the summit, both the leaders had a one-on-one conversation for about an hour and a half this morning in the serene atmosphere of the Pallav-era coastal town, followed by the delegation-level talks between the two sides. In his opening address at the delegation-level talks, Prime Minister Narendra Modi said the Wuhan spirit has provided a new momentum and trust between the two nations, adding the Chennai vision as witnessed today has resulted in a new era of cooperation. The Prime Minister said that in the Wuhan summit, both the countries decided not to allow any differences to become disputes and be prudently managed. He said the Chennai Connect will herald a new era of bilateral cooperation.
अब तक हमारे बीच द्विपक्षीय और वैश्विक मुद्दों पर महत्वपूर्ण विचार विनिमय हुआ है। वुहान स्पिरिट ने हमारे संबंधों को एक नया मोमेंटम और ट्रस्ट दिया। आज के हमारे चेन्नई कनेक्ट से दोनों देशों के बीच सहयोग का एक नया दौर शुरू होगा।
President Xi Jinping said he is overwhelmed by the warm reception given to him, describing it as a memorable one. At the end of the talks, both the leaders saw a live demonstration of weaving silk saris and visited a handicrafts exhibition. Prime Minister Modi presented a specially woven shawl to President Xi Jinping, depicting the portrait of the visitor. The two leaders have decided to designate 2020 as the year of India-China cultural and people-to-people exchanges. Both the countries will organize 70 activities to celebrate this. More from our correspondent.
The format of informal summit has evolved as an excellent platform for the leaders of India and China to steer forward bilateral relations in a positive direction. Acknowledging the Wuhan spirit and the Chennai Connect, President Xi has invited Prime Minister Modi to visit China for the next informal summit, which the Prime Minister has accepted. It is evident from the two informal summits that India and China have prudently managed to move beyond their differences and are marching towards achieving their due in the global arena. The dragon and the elephant have a tango and are determined to achieve a better Asia and a better world. With Anshuman Mishra, Jai Singh, AR News, Mamallapuram.
Later, briefing media on conclusion of the summit this afternoon, Foreign Secretary Vijay Gokhale said Prime Minister Narendra Modi and President Xi Jinping agreed to set up a new high-level mechanism to take the issues related to trade and services forward. He said both the leaders have decided to enhance the investment in manufacturing sector.
We agreed that there would be greater understanding shown on trade relations. We would try to find a way forward in addressing the trade deficit. A new mechanism at an elevated level would be created in order to talk about trade issues.
Mr. Gokhale categorically said the Kashmir question has never been raised in the meeting because it is India's internal matter. Chinese President Xi Jinping has reached Kathmandu on a two-day visit to Nepal after concluding his second informal summit with Prime Minister Narendra Modi in Chennai. It is the first visit by a Chinese president to the Himalayan nation in 23 years. President Xi Jinping will hold delegation-level talks with Prime Minister KP Sharma Oli tomorrow morning. Home Minister Amit Shah has said that there can be no bigger human rights violation than those who are victims of terrorism and Naxalism. He said over 40,000 people have lost their lives in Kashmir due to terrorism, which is the biggest violation of human rights. Addressing the 26th Foundation Day celebrations of National Human Rights Commission NHRC in New Delhi today, Mr. Shah asked the NHRC to analyze human rights violations and bring to the government's notice the gaps that need to be filled.
आतंकवाद से हजारों पीड़ित परिवार, मैं सिर्फ कश्मीर की बात करता हूं, 40,000 लोग 1990 के बाद कश्मीर में आतंकवाद की भेंट चढ़ गए, उनके परिवारों का कोई मानव अधिकार नहीं।
The Home Minister said the Narendra Modi government has fought for human rights in a different way and achieved success. He said the government is moving forward with the spirit of Sabka Saath and Sabka Vikas. Mr. Shah said there should be a zero tolerance against custodial deaths and police atrocities. In Jammu and Kashmir, all post-paid mobile phones will start functioning normally from 12 noon on Monday in the remaining areas. This was stated by J&K administration spokesperson Rohit Kansal in Srinagar today. Explaining the reasons behind the restrictions imposed in the light of the important constitutional changes that were made in relation to Jammu and Kashmir in August, Kansal said that a number of restrictions were imposed from 4th August in order to prevent externally aided terrorists from disturbing peace and inflicting casualties on innocent citizens. More from a correspondent.
The move comes barely days after the centre issued an advisory opening the valley for tourists. Earlier, schools were reopened, followed by colleges, and landline phones were made fully operational. Since 16th August, there has been a gradual removal of restrictions that were imposed, and by the first week of September, most restrictions were removed. Barring 8 to 10 police stations, movement and restrictions have been completely removed. Over 99% of the area of Jammu and Kashmir has no restriction on movement. R.K. Rana, AR News, Jammu.
Meanwhile, at least 8 persons were injured in a grenade explosion in Srinagar city this afternoon. Sources said suspected terrorists lobbed a hand grenade on the roadside opposite the vendor stall line in Hari Singh High Street area of the city, leaving 7 persons injured. For Block Development Council BDC election in the state, 1,065 candidates remain in the fray for 310 blocks after scrutiny and withdrawal of nominations. 27 candidates were elected unopposed. The voting will be on the 24th of October and counting of votes will be on the same day after 3 p.m. The polls are being held on a party basis. 26,629 panchs and sarpanchs are eligible to vote and contest for the post of BDC chairpersons. President Ram Nath Kovind reached Gujarat this evening on a 2-day visit. He will attend a function of the Jain community at Koba near Gandhinagar tomorrow. He is also scheduled to meet Prime Minister Narendra Modi's mother, Hiraba, during his stay in Gandhinagar. The President was accorded a warm welcome on his arrival at Ahmedabad Airport. Governor Acharya Devvrat, Chief Minister Vijay Rupani and other dignitaries were present on the occasion. This is All India Radio giving you the news. For quick news updates, visit our News on AIR app and follow us on Twitter at AIR News Alerts. You can also visit our website www.newsonair.com. The Enforcement Directorate ED has attached assets worth over 4,025 crore rupees of Odisha-based Bhushan Power and Steel Limited in a bank fraud case. The assets include the company's land, building, plant and machinery. In a statement, the ED said it had initiated investigations under the Prevention of Money Laundering Act on the basis of an FIR registered by the CBI against the former CMD of the company and others. Investigations revealed that the company had used various modus operandi to siphon off funds obtained as loans from various banks and financial institutions. Prime Minister Narendra Modi will inaugurate the Kartarpur corridor on the 8th of next month. This was announced by Food Processing Minister Harsimrat Kaur Badal. In a tweet, Ms. Badal said, with the blessings of Guru Nanak Dev Ji, Sikh Panth's Ardas for Khule Darshan Didar of Sri Kartarpur Sahib will finally become a reality. The Kartarpur corridor will be the first visa-free corridor between India and Pakistan since independence. The corridor will connect Darbar Sahib in Pakistan's Kartarpur with Dera Baba Nanak Shrine in Gurdaspur district of Punjab. In Haryana, electioneering is in full swing. Uttar Pradesh Chief Minister and BJP leader Yogi Adityanath addressed a rally in Bhiwani today in favour of party candidates Ghanshyam Sarraf and Vishambhar Valmiki. Haryana Chief Minister Manohar Lal also addressed several rallies. Former Deputy Chief Minister and Congress candidate from Panchkula, Chandra Mohan, son of former Chief Minister Bhajan Lal and Congress candidate from Kalka, Pardeep Chaudhary, addressed public meetings in their respective constituencies. Indian National Lok Dal released its manifesto at Chandigarh. In Haryana, the number of voters between 18 and 19 years of age has increased from 3 lakh to 3.82 lakh after the recently Lok Sabha elections. Our Chandigarh correspondent spoke to a few-time voters to know about issues concerning them and their expectations from their elected representatives.
मेरा नाम कोरल है। मैं इस बार पहली बार अपना वोट डालूंगी विधानसभा चुनाव में और मैं ये सोचकर वोट डालूंगी वो पहले सोसाइटी का वेलफेयर देखें और तो क्या किसके ठीक है क्या किसके लिए ठीक नहीं है, ना कि किसी पार्टी को ध्यान में रखते हुए वोट। मेरा नाम राघवी है और मैं इस बार फर्स्ट टाइम वोट करने जा रही हूँ। तो मेरा जो वोट होगा वो उन बेसिस पे होगा कि सरकार ने इस बार क्या किया है, क्योंकि अगर वुमेन एम्पावरमेंट की बात ले लो तो हम उसके ऊपर भी ध्यान देंगे, जॉब की बात करो उसके ऊपर भी ध्यान देंगे, बाकी स्वच्छता अभियान भी हुआ है, तो सबको ध्यान में रखते हुए मैं अपना वोट डिसाइड करूंगी।
In Haryana, electioneering is in full swing. Uttar Pradesh Chief Minister, I beg your pardon. In election-bound Maharashtra, political temperature is going to rise further as two political stalwarts will join the poll campaign tomorrow. More from our correspondent.
Chief Minister Devendra Fadnavis, while speaking at a rally in Akola district in the Vidarbha region, blamed NCP Supremo and former Union Agriculture Minister Sharad Pawar and his policies for farmer suicides in the state. Sharad Pawar has been constantly attacking the BJP over the issue of farmer suicides. The BJP ally Shiv Sena released its manifesto for the elections today. In the manifesto, the party has promised to set up 1,000 food joints across the state where full meal will be available at rupees 10 and also said that it will make the farmers in the state debt-free if voted to power. The Congress today complained to Chief Electoral Officer against the recent expulsion of 6 students by a university, citing the Model Code of Conduct. Prarthana, AIR News, Mumbai.
Information and Broadcasting Minister and senior BJP leader Prakash Javadekar expressed confidence that the party will have a historic victory in the upcoming assembly elections in the state. He was addressing a press conference in Pune today. In the World Women's Boxing Championships, debutant Manju Rani in 48 kg category is the lone Indian to enter the final in Russia today. 6-seeded Rani defeated Thailand's Siutamat Raksat 4-1 in her semi-final bout. She will take on 2nd-seeded Russian Ekaterina Poltcheva in the summit clash tomorrow. 6-time champion Mary Kom, Jamuna Boro and Lavlina Borgohain settled for bronze medals. In cricket, India bowled out South Africa for 275 to take a 326-run lead at stumps on day 3 of the second test at Pune. India had declared their first innings at 601 for 5 yesterday. It led the 3-match test series 1-0. And now, before we end the bulletin, the headlines once again. Prime Minister Narendra Modi says the informal summit between India and China has ushered in a new era of cooperation. Both countries agree to set up a new high-level mechanism to address issues related to trade and services. Home Minister Amit Shah describes terrorism as the biggest violation of human rights. In Jammu and Kashmir, all postpaid mobile phones to start functioning from Monday. Enforcement Directorate attaches assets worth over 4,000 crore rupees of Bhushan Power and Steel Limited in a bank fraud case. And in sports, debutant Manju Rani advances to the final of World Women's Boxing Championships in Russia. India in commanding position in the first inning of second test match with South Africa in Pune. And that is all in the news at 9. Good night.